What's up, guys? Welcome to the next YouTube video. So today is going to be arms. So first off, I just want to say, like, I know on the last video I think I said it, or I may have just put it in the caption, but wanted to do like a full day of eating for the next video on my YouTube channel. But I decided I'm going to probably just do an arm day. The way it is like sequenced on my YouTube channel is, you got, I think it was the back, wide, chest, try, legs, and then it would have been like a full day of eating, which honestly on the channel I kind of wanted to keep it orderly and do like an arms. So do like chest, the back, by, chest, try, arms, and then, or I'm sorry, back, by, chest, try, legs, arms, and then do like a full day of eating or something else, just so it was kind of like more orderly on my channel. So I figured I'd just do it like that, do an arm day video, and then the next one will either be a full day of eating or whatever else you guys really want to see. If full day of eating is the main video that you guys want to see, then that's what we'll do. So let me know in the comments below, if the full day of eating is what you want to see next. If so, that's what we'll gravitate to, and that's what we'll try and do. But other than that though, like, going based off y'all's comments, they don't go unnoticed. I read them all, and I'm very thankful for, again, all the support you guys do give to me through watching this channel and through sharing it and liking it and subscribing. So I'm very thankful for that. But yeah, with that, running up arms today, I'm really just gonna show you guys what I do in a typical day for arms. And this is something that's a pretty highly requested video. I would honestly say my full day of eating is probably more requested than this one, but this is still something that I literally get asked so much on like Instagram or TikTok or whatever, if I'm like posting, is like my arms, because that's I think my best feature right now is definitely my arms when it comes to my physique. But I will say, like, people ask me a lot, what do I do for arms? So this is going to be like, I think I did an arm day a while ago, but this will be like an updated video of like what I really do for arms, the exercises that I gravitate towards, how maybe the technique that I use when doing these exercises, you guys will actually see firsthand of like what I do. And maybe it'll be helpful for some of you guys, maybe others not so much, but that's kind of my goal for this channel, is just to make sure that there's someone out there that is trying to learn or grow, or maybe they're a more advanced lifter and they just kind of need to switch things up a little bit. Like, I'm trying to help in any way that I can with that. So that's my goal for this channel, is just to inspire and to motivate and to just be helpful in whatever way I can with these exercises. And maybe there's something that you haven't tried that I do in here, and you guys want to incorporate it. So yeah, but other than that, again, I'm so thankful for all the support. Like, I think I had my latest, not my latest video, but like the one before my latest video, I think it hit like 16,000 views or something. So we're just gonna keep climbing, we're gonna keep going, keep pumping out videos, and that's motivating, man. That's motivating, that's encouraging to see that, and to see that growth, even just a little bit, in each video. It's cool to see that, and y'all's support is so great. So I'm happy, I'm excited for this channel, I'm excited for the growth and the path it's on. I'm so thankful for you guys. Also, use code GUNN for Jack Factory. It gets you 20% off all supplements, and it helps me out, obviously. So I greatly appreciate that. But yeah, other than that, we're gonna get in there, set everything up. It's a little busy today, but we'll try and work around people. And I want to get some good arm posing in at the end, so you guys will probably see that. And yeah, we'll go set everything up, get everything ready, and rock and roll. So appreciate you guys, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. Okay, first exercise is just going to be cable tricep extensions. So we're doing tricep extensions. We're going to do this for 4 sets. So 4 sets total, 12 to 15 reps each, as usual. So we're using the short rope versus a long rope. I feel like I just get a better stretch with a shorter rope. So we're going to do this. You guys will see how I perform this exercise, but you want to keep eccentric around 2 to 3 seconds, again, like normal. And then we're just going to be progressing in weight. So, each set we're going to go up a little bit, and then a little bit more, a little bit more, while simultaneously keeping our form in check, making sure we're not going too crazy, too off the wall with it. So yeah, you guys will see how I do this. Now, I will say, I may get hammered for this by some people, but my variation of doing these may be a little bit different from someone else's variation of doing them. But I honestly just do where I do the exercise where I feel like I'm getting the most stretch and the most benefit for my tricep. So, you know, obviously do what feels best for you, as long as you are hitting that tricep and you're not, you know, incorporating anything else except your tricep. You know, you're not over dominating with your shoulders. You're just doing your tricep. You just want to make sure that that is the main focus of this exercise. So you guys will see how I do it. We'll move on. Okay, so with the exercise we just did, you know, I was kind of slanted over a little bit. So when I perform these, I kind of not arch my body, but I kind of like bend a little over, and then I push down. I don't come up like super close to the bar. I'm not standing up super straight. And again, I don't know if this is like the technical way of doing it, but I feel like I get the most stretch whenever I am standing at somewhat of an angle like this, and I'm just driving straight down, getting the full extension, pushing out with my arms, pushing out. I feel like I'm getting the most stretch out of that exercise. And then just upping the weight. So next set, we'll up the weight, and then after that, we'll up the weight for 4 sets. All right, so now we're supersetting to an overhead rope extension, straight from the regular tricep extensions we were just doing with the rope. Now, lately, I've been doing this for the last 2 sets of this exercise, just as like a burnout. Really, you just want to make sure that your eccentric stays at that 2 to 3 seconds, like I always say. But as you can see here, I'm really bringing it back as much as possible, just getting that stretch, and then just driving the weight back up. Really, you want to make sure you are controlled through this movement. You're not throwing the weight or anything like that, because it is easy for you to incorporate other muscle groups. So really just be careful when it comes to that. But other than that, pretty self-explanatory exercise. You guys see how I perform it. And after this, we'll move on to the next thing. Okay, so next exercise is going to be just some V-bar extensions. So again, concept pretty much remains the same as the last exercise we just did. You just want to make sure your eccentric still stays around 2 to 3 seconds. You're making sure you're getting that controlled motion. You know, obviously, don't go crazy and weight on this. Make sure if you're going to go up in weight, obviously progressive overload is key. You know, and trying to gain more muscle, put on more size. But make sure you're doing it with a controlled motion, because that tension and the control is where you're really going to see those gains. So the more controlled you are, you know, the better it's going to feel, the more you're going to hit it. So just really make sure your shoulders are down, you're making sure you're locked, you're going down. You'll see how I perform the exercise, but make sure you're controlled and don't hurt yourself. But yeah, that's what we're doing here, switching it up. And I will tell you this too, before we move on. You know, all my exercises that I do, they're not anything crazy, they're not anything special, but if you perfect it and, you know, obviously you practice progressive overload and you do, you know, improve the weight and change up the exercises every now and then, but don't stray too far from the basics. As far as the exercises go, you're going to put on size. And for me, I go for that old school look. So I train old school. I try and train as old school as I possibly can. So, you know, obviously nothing I do is super special. Just train with intensity, train with purpose, and you'll see results. So let's get it.
So I lift probably, I probably lift maybe 5 miles. They're powerhouse football. Oh, yeah. Every year. It changed for a few, but that's what it is. I mean, it's huge football plays, but huge baseball. Now, the count, the school that my kids went to, my son went to Christian school.
But
And I had to see pictures. Are you serious? Yeah. The high school, my daughter, they were known for baseball. I mean, they put
All right, y'all. So we are now moving on to the last and final exercise for triceps for today. This is just going to be some straight bar cable pushdowns. So we're basically just going to do these the same way we did everything else. You know, you're keeping the same mindset when it comes to the slower eccentric, pushing down fast, and then, you know, coming up slow again. So really just, like I said earlier, you're training with purpose, you're training with intensity, really prioritizing that mind-muscle connection with the tricep, and you'll see the most out of your gains if you do that. Instead of just focusing on the weight all the time, trying to get the most weight out of it, because a lot of times, you know, the lighter the weight sometimes will be better. Now, obviously, progressive overload is key, but, you know, you want to make sure you are also simultaneously controlling the weight as well. So. All right, guys, so moving on to biceps. First exercise for biceps is going to be dumbbell bicep curls. I've been either doing this for the first exercise for my biceps, or like a barbell curl. Feeling dumbbells right now, so we're going to start with the 35s and then work our way up, like progressive overload, work our way up in weight, and keep the form in check, as you guys will see in the video. Again, you know, as you're reaching the end of your set, you know, if you're really trying to get those last few reps out, and you're trying to just kind of, you know, force it up and do some cheat curls, I mean, if you have to, that's fine, as long as you're keeping the intensity high and you're not, you know, necessarily throwing the weight around too much. I think I mentioned that in like my back and bi video, but just be cautious of that. Don't hurt yourself. But if you're really trying to go for that extra intensity, it's okay to kind of do a couple cheat movements at the end of the exercise. So we're gonna do that. You guys will see me perform it in the video, and then. Yeah. One more thing. I also, when you do finish a set, so what I have been doing is supersetting it right to hammer curls. So right when I feel like I'm absolutely gassed, like I'm just done, move on to hammer curls. So when you feel like putting it down, pump out like 5, 10 more. It's all the difference. It seems like it's not like going to make a difference, but trust me, it is all the difference when you superset that, and you get those last 5, last 10 out hammers. It's crazy, man. So. If you haven't tried that already, try that superset. Tell me what you guys think. And that being said, let's get to it. Alright guys, so moving on to our next exercise is just going to be dumbbell bicep curls. So moving on from, not dumbbell bicep curls, I'm so sorry. Moving on to easy bar curls. So easy bar curls from dumbbell bicep curls. Moving on, do this for 4 sets. Again, 12 to 15 reps. Keeping the weight super controlled. But again, towards the end, don't be afraid to do a little cheat curls. Just keep it relatively controlled. So yeah, that is what we're doing. Nothing super crazy. We're super intuitive about it. You know, just making sure that we're giving the intensity and we're pushing, man. Like I said, we're training with purpose. So that is what we're gonna do here. And 4 sets. I'm gonna film 1 set, and then we'll move on to something else. So go see you in the video.
One million, zillion, jillion, dillion, cotillion times later.
Okay. So, quick gym swap again. The other gym just closed at 5, so I had to come over here at our 24/7 gym. Anyways, we're just going to pick off where we left off. So, right now we're doing, for our last bicep exercise, we're going to be doing, this is a cable curl. So it's just basically like it's like a seated cable curl. I personally love the seated variant of these over like a 90-degree curl. Just because I feel like when I'm slanted back like this, I feel like I get way more range of motion when I'm slanted, seated back, and then just kind of bringing it up versus just at a 90-degree angle. So that is what we're doing here. We're gonna do this for 4 sets, 12 to 15 reps each, and just really focus on the control, focus on the movement, and yeah, so that's what we're doing, and you guys will see it in the video. Okay guys, so I'm actually going to cut out the audio for the end of this clip here, just because the gym music is way too loud, and I do get copyrighted for it every single time for whatever reason on YouTube. So I'm literally just going to cut out the sound for now. So I do still kind of want to recap as to what we're doing here. Again, it's a seated incline cable curl. I prefer these over a standard 90-degree dumbbell curl if you're seated doing those, mainly because you get the extra tension and the stretch from the cable itself. On top of that, you're getting the added range of motion when it comes to the way you're seated. But yeah, highly recommend this exercise for anyone trying to really isolate that bicep. This exercise will absolutely do that for you. All right, guys. So that's pretty much gonna do it for today's workout video for arms. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Kind of sucks we had to switch gyms, but I mean it is what it is. But yeah, so really we did triceps and biceps. Didn't do shoulders today. typically I've been throwing my shoulders in on my leg days, so that is what I've been doing there. Today was just triceps and biceps. 3 exercises total, 4 sets each for each exercise. And then, just making sure your exercises, I keep my exercises pretty simple for the most part, nothing crazy. Just making sure my intensity is high on the exercises that I do. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, if you guys want to support me, you can use my code GUNN for Jack Factory's website. If you guys are looking at buying any supplements or anything like that, they got everything. So if you want to check out Jack Factory, use code GUNN. It gives you 20% off. Yeah, that's going to do it for today's workout. Like I said in the beginning, we're going to be shooting for a full day of eating for the next video. So be on the lookout for that. That's also unless you guys want to see something else. So if you guys want me to do something else beside a full day of eating, let me know in the comments below. And then, obviously we can do that. The majority rules for whatever you guys want to do. So if a full day of eating is what you guys want to see, we'll do it. Again, I appreciate you guys and all the support as the channel keeps growing. I'm so excited to grow with you guys. Thank you guys, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.